Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I did want to go ahead and talk about how using ChatGPT helped me to get out of a $15,000 medical bill. I know that sounds like a lot of money, and it really was. Now, before we do get started, I want to put out a full-on disclosure that using this method does not guarantee you getting out of any type of medical bill or anything like that. All I'm showing you is how I did it and how it worked for me. Out of all the 3 hospitals that I used this method with, only one of them actually granted me the financial aid for the amount that I required and paid off the entire account. So just so that you see that even for me, it wasn't guaranteed across the board. But yeah, let's get started. Now, I also want to mention that at this time last year when I did apply for this, I did not have any type of insurance. Therefore, I had to be self-pay at the medical billing. Just so you know, if you do have insurance, this might not work for you. Now, I am not really good at writing any type of letters or anything like that. And so I felt like ChatGPT would really help me with this to create a really concise, to the point. In the application format, it obviously asks, to fill out a very basic information about who you are, where you work, how much money you make, all the basic things that they always require of you. I did notice that all of these had the supporting letter document that you could add on. Plus, a lot of them asked you to bring in last year's taxes and 2 or 3 months of bank statements. So with all that information, I logged into ChatGPT and I asked Chat to please create a who it may concern letter for medical billing, letting them know my financial issues. I let them know who lived with me. I let them know how much money I was making, what the tough time that I was going through, and why I was not able to afford it at the time. And of course, letting them know that I would be able to go in maybe into a payment plan or anything like that. Now, once I added all this information, ChatGPT was really able to help me just put it into a professional letter format. Once it did that, I was able to go ahead and just copy and paste it to a regular Word document. I obviously, changed the formatting to today's date, my name, my address. I just try to make sure that everything sounded good, what I actually wanted to say. Sometimes you can even ask ChatGPT to remake it for you. If you don't like something, you can just go ahead and have it change something, like half of the paragraph, change it to something else. And once you do tweak things, what you want, what you don't want, it's much easier to make it more personalized. Once I was able to have it the way I wanted it, I printed it out, I got a pen, and I signed it after sincerely. That way they knew that I was the one that did it. It wasn't just electronically all made. The billing process for these hospitals usually have a turnover time of about 30 days, which I thought was a very long time, but I said, whatever. Of course, I'm not going to deny that I didn't pray to God that hopefully they would help me out, because it was a lot of money. It was $15,000 that at the time I could not pay, especially for medical bills. It's like, oh my God, that's just so much money. I did go ahead and pray and, ask God to bless me with this. I got 2 rejection letters. So 2 of them, I just went into a payment plan for 2 hospitals that I had gone to last year. And then one of them, which was Medical City, they really helped me out, and they just sent me after 30 days a letter, an acceptance letter, saying that my account had been closed, that everything had been paid off, and to just keep that letter for my records, just in case if, later I got asking me for a charge, I could just prove that they had already accepted me with that letter. I was honestly very grateful and very shocked that it worked. I feel like if it wasn't for that supporting letter that I used, my whole situation would have not really made sense to them. and I feel like it really was able to convey my situation and support that I was going through a tough time and that I really needed this assistance. I really feel like if it wasn't for that really good letter, they would have probably not have granted me this financial aid. And so I'm very thankful for ChatGPT. I know that some people do not like ChatGPT, however, for a lot of things it is really helping out. And why not use all the resources that are out here for us in the internet, especially since it's free and it's so knowledgeable. I also use it for like work emails, for resumes. I love to just use it as my little counselor. I don't know if you ever given it a situation that you're going through, and it'll just respond back and even ask you more questions about how you feel about a certain thing, how that makes you feel. If you thought this was helpful, maybe you can use it on your own, because from my experience it does work. And yeah, let me know, comment down below if you're going to use this or if you have used this as well before with the medical industry for financial aid purposes or anything like that. I would love to know how you guys are also using ChatGPT to help you in your life. But yeah, thank you so much guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.